The main risk factors for preventable chronic diseases are tobacco use, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use. The risk factors have caused unpreventable and preventable diseases like disability and death. To reduce these risk factors, prevent diseases or injury before it ever occurs, reduce the impact of a disease or injury that has already occurred, soften the impact of an ongoing illness or injury that has lasting effects. We all need to invest our time and money in improving healthy lifestyle behaviors by increasing physical activity and improving our diet. By doing this, almost 35% of early deaths will be avoided. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Betty Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka BOFA, advocates for this every Sunday on Health Corner and Nutrition segments, showing on Healthy Living with BOFA channel, where she also features professionals on Interview with Expert segments. Join us every Sunday, 1:30 p.m. U.S. time, 7:30 p.m. African time, and 6:30 p.m. UK time. See you there.
Well, it's Sunday on Healthy Living with BOFA show. My goodness. It's awesome today. It's beautiful out there. I'm sure you all enjoy this Sunday. The weather is so beautiful. Wow. All right, let's get started. I want to say thank you to you all, our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us again today live. I'm Betty Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka BOFA. Health Corner today, we're going to be talking about the main risk factor, which is the chronic disease that can affect our daily activities, our behavior, everything we're doing. Let's look at it. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that is CDC, there are 4 main risk factors for preventable chronic diseases. And these are, number 1, tobacco use, poor nutrition, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use. Guess what? Among all these 4 risk factors, tobacco use is the leading cause of preventable disease, disability, and of course, death. If not in the whole world today, it is in the United States. And why? Because cigarette smoking causes several forms of diseases such as lung disease, heart disease, and stroke, cancer, and about 90% of lung cancer deaths. Now, let's look at the way the statistics put us through on this. About 34 million US adults smoke cigarettes, and 58 million non-smokers are exposed to second-hand smoke. Every day, about 1,000 young people under age 18, just 18, tried their first cigarette, and nearly 200 of them became daily cigarette smokers. That's why you see many of them smoking everywhere, every corner. This tobacco use alone that results in lots of illness, health conditions, and even death costs the United States over 300 billion each year, including 170 billion in direct medical costs. Can you now see how much lives and money we can save if some people can stop smoking? We are not only saving money, we're saving and preventing our life for the future. And this risk factor are things in our lives that increase our chances of getting a certain disease. And some risk factors are beyond our control, of course, yes. There's no doubt about it. You may be born with them, or exposed to them through no fault of your own. But let me tell you this, most risk factors are some of the choices we make sometimes. Something we get ourselves into. No one is going to tell you go and smoke. You choose to do that. So we get ourselves into this risk. Let's now look at the risk factor we have no control over, or we have little over. Number one, family history of disease. This means this thing runs in your family. It's hereditary. So because it runs in my family, some people start doing it. They don't have control. But let me tell you, because it is running in your family, you can control it. Many people have done this. Another one is sex. I mean, gender. It could be male or female. Oh, male must have this, female must have this. This, we don't have control over it. Ancestry could be the reason. It's wrong, it's in your lineage. This means you have inherited this disease or behavior from your ancestor. And guess what, again? You can control it. If this has happened to my forefather, the breast cancer runs in my family, my mother has it, and maybe probably she survived it or she died of that cancer, that means I'm going to have it. No, says who? You can control it. Do your annual screening all the time. If you are diagnosed on time, the remedy is going to be done before it gets worse, and there's no solution for that. You can control it. Eat good food. Exercise your body system. Just try your best, and you'll find out that this is what they call, hereditary, or my ancestor has it. I want to, I might probably get it. You will just escape it. I understand these are the things we have little or no control over, but trust me, we can avoid it. Having mentioned the risk factor you have no control over, we still have others that we have control over. We can control it. And these factors are what you eat, like I said, how much physical activities you do sometimes can also help you. You can control that. Swimming is there, dancing is there, running is there, you can walk around. These are something you can do, and you can also control it yourself. Another one is tobacco use. No one is going to put light on the cigarette and put it in your mouth. It's not possible. You're going to do it yourself. So you can as well quit this. You can control it. You can stop smoking. Even if you are so addicted to smoking, trust me, you can quit it. You can also control how much alcohol you drink. If you take more than 1 bottle a day, you can reduce it to 1 bottle, and gradually to a glass, then to 1 glass every 3 days, or never take it, except it is wine that our body needs. Of course, our body needs alcohol. We can get that. Lastly, on what we can control. You can control on misused drugs. This happens to us regularly. We take more than necessary. We take medication when we are not asked to do so. When the doctor didn't tell you to do so, you start swallowing medication, little headache or migraine or fever, you start taking all these drugs. You can't do that. You can control this. Such as some people take aspirin every day. Who told you must take aspirin every day to prevent heart attack? No, there are a lot of things that we can control. Some take cocaine, drugs, and stuff. You can control this. And how do you prevent this chronic disease? Let's quickly run through that. A lot of ways. There are 3 categories of prevention. We have primary prevention, we have secondary prevention, and we also have tertiary prevention. What does this mean? These preventions, this category, what are these terms means? The primary prevention aims for prevent disease or injury before it ever occurs. Before anything happened, you prevent it. This is primary prevention. And this is done by preventing exposure to hazard that cause disease or injury. You can do that. Another example is you can education about healthy and safe habits. We can educate ourselves, such as the one we're doing now. We're educating ourselves. We're telling you to stop doing this, stop doing that. This is called primary prevention. We also have secondary prevention, which aims to reduce the impact of a disease or injury that has already occurred. And this is done by detecting and treating disease or this injury we are talking about as soon as possible to hurt or show or slow down its progress. So let's assume that you don't do your mammogram to detect that you have breast cancer. Of course, once you start having the symptoms, you're having pain, you now realize you want to go and see your doctor, and eventually you're diagnosed of breast cancer. You go on time to detect that. Things can still be done to make sure that it doesn't get worse. It doesn't affect the other one or any organ in your body. This is called secondary prevention. It's already happened. So what is the solution? The solution must be done on time. An example of that I just gave by doing your regular exams, screening tests, and so on. The tertiary prevention, this aims to soften the impact of an ongoing illness or injury that has lasting effects. And this also done by helping people manage long-term, often complex health problems and injury in order to improve as much as possible their ability to function. You have it already. You've been on the treatment. So you have to keep on maintaining, preventing things that can take your life because of that disease. This is tertiary. If doctor prescribe medication for you, take it on time. If you were told that, okay, this is the food you must be eating, go by that. So this is called tertiary prevention. Now, let's run through all this we have done, we have talked about. Our advocacy is now on reducing tobacco use and nutrition-related diseases and deaths. And these are the things I want you to put in mind. Please don't forget. Preventing young people from starting to use tobacco is very, very important. Trust me, you want to do this. If you see your people or your children, anybody around you, it doesn't have to be your children or your child. Stop them before they get addicted to it. Let's start preventing our young people from starting to use tobacco. Please, it's very important. We also want to promote quitting among adults and young people as well. Not only the young ones. There are lots of men and women that smoke. There are lots of couples that you see your husband or you see your wife smoking. Please stop it. Because when it happens, when the danger, the consequences comes, both of you, we're all going to suffer for it. So it's better we start promoting that now. Tell people, your friend, your family, stop smoking, stop drinking. It is now we must do that. We also want to reduce exposure to secondhand smoke. We want to identify and eliminate tobacco-related health disparities. And the last one we want to do, we want to practice healthy eating habit. You want to eat well as exercise regularly. Trust me, all this you need to do. They're all important. There's nothing you can do to avoid it. I'm just saying, please and please and please, we need to invest our time, resources, and more of our money in improving healthy lifestyle behaviors. If we can do this, believe me, almost 35% of early deaths will be avoided. You can research for that. And these behaviors are very important. We must do them. Right now, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's our interview with experts. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. And I'm very sure you can't wait to see our guests on the program today. So shortly, we're going to go for a break. And after the break is interview with experts. Now, okay, welcome back to this beautiful section, a section we've all been waiting for, like I said. But before I say something concerning me, introduce our guest to you on the program, I want you to listen to this because we need to tell ourselves this. Because till today, many people still don't know the definition of health. And that health we're talking about is a state of physical, mental, and social well-being in what? In which disease and infirmity are absent. If you know this, I think you will be running all your race in life to be healthy. In nutritional world, health basically means giving your body energy to perform daily activities. And this energy do what? Helps us to maintain a healthy body weight and lower our risk for certain diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and so on. So basically, health is about eating healthy food in the right amount that gives your body that energy. Now, there is a difference between being well and being healthy. The definition I just gave you is being healthy. I'm going to be teaching you the definition of being well, which will give you 12 areas of life balance that cover the aspects of our lives that most significantly influence our happiness and our productivity. We talked about later, so let's quickly go to our interview with experts. We have on interview with expert today a culinary artist. She's going to be educating us on healthy eating habits. We want to explore both local and English food that are good for our health. Introducing to you on interview with expert is Mrs. Yesrat Badamosi. Ms. Yesra studied linguistics and communication from Osun State University, Nigeria. She's a French private tutor, serial entrepreneur, which means she's a risk taker, a manager, and a visionary. Ms. Yesrat is a CEO of Ibadan Seafood Meals. Oh my goodness, I feel like eating it. I'm sure you have some for me on the program today. Ms. Yesra, you are welcome on Healthy Living with Bofa show. How are you doing it today?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the show. God bless you. And we really need this kind of show in Nigeria. Like, we need it all over the world for people to be educated and open their mind towards the healthy living they should be having in their lives.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Viewers, you just heard our guest saying we need this show. So you want to start sharing it now. Let people come on the show. We're talking about food, about diet today. And I'm sure you all have one or two questions to ask our guests. So put your questions in the comment box on our YouTube channel while the interview go on. Thank you so much again for coming, Ms. Yerisette. Now, according to your educational profile, you studied linguistics and communication, from university. You are also a French private tutor, which means you are bilingual, right? So why did you decide to be a culinary artist? Tell us why you choose to do this career. What motivates you into this?
Actually, I have passion for creating new dishes, creating new food. So because I got tired of eating the regular Nigerian food that is just starch, full of carbs, too much carbs. So I was like, I need to do something new, something different, because Nigerians are not really used to those kind of food. So I started trying continental dishes, now mixing it to merge, like it's now a fusion of both Nigerian and continental dishes together. So it will be comfortable for people in Nigeria to also eat and and also enjoy it very well.
Wow. So because our local food, sometimes there are lots of Nigerian food that I really cherish, and they are rich in this called nutrients. Whenever I come home, that's what I eat. Apart from going to Nigeria with my brown rice or white rice, which I couldn't get in Nigeria, every other thing like fish and chicken, I've never bought chicken in Nigeria, but fish, yes, I do. Then the eggs as well. And, plantain powder, that's what I eat. And the vegetables, because the vegetables we have in Nigeria is different from what we have here. Seriously, we have natural one in Nigeria, and you get all your nutrients you get from that. So now that you're saying, and at the same time, I must agree with you that some foods are so high in calories and carbohydrate. That I understand. And some people don't want to be eating same food all the time. They want to change dishes. They want to change menu. They want to change their, diet. I understand that. So for you to decide that, okay, or for the degree I have in school, I'm not a nutritionist. I don't study that. But food, I'm going to invest in that. I'm going to go into this. I must congratulate you for that. Thank you so much. To start feeding our mouth with delicious and healthy food out there. Thank you so much. Now, are there any challenges in transitioning to that culinary business? And with all these obstacles, if there is any challenges, what is the biggest, or I would say, what are the biggest things or the biggest thing that you love most and want to thank God for being a culinary artist? I have my own story to share. I have reason why I'm alive. I have reason why something is so important to me that I want to appreciate God for. We all have reason to thank God. But in this business, in our career as well, in this business, what is exactly that thing? First of all, you tell us the challenges, then you tell us what we want to bless God for.
Okay. So the challenge is because the challenges I had in this business so far is just that you have to always create content. It's not a challenge so far, but it's something you have to do on a regular basis, because what people see is what they will know you can do. So you have to create content every time, so that people can see that, okay, this is particularly what I can do. Then when it comes to the logistics part, there are so many, you have to go deliver to people from where they are, because we do both online deliveries, then we do event deliveries. So the online delivery has to do with logistics. So before you deliver to people, you have to like budget the time, budget everything, so that you're going to get there on time. So that sometimes, because we have traffic in Nigeria, we have this, so that also causes a lot of challenges for us as well. But the part where
Go ahead.
The part where I thank God the most is that I actually accidentally started this business. It's not something I had planned. It's not something it was something I loved doing, but I didn't really look at it as what I could do as a business. So it was my friends were like, they encouraged me. They were like, wow, that I'm really good at this thing, and they don't really know it. So they were like, I should just try this, that people will really enjoy that. Even in Ibadan, there's not a lot of people that cook seafood. They are not much. So I could count them when I searched for them. So I made my research, I did everything, then I started the business. And I really thank God for that as well.
Good. Thank you so much for answering that. Now, in your profile, I see that you are a serial entrepreneur, which means that you're a risk taker. That means probably you have taken 1 or 2 risks in this business or other business or in everything you do in life, right? How did you handle that risk? It could be financial risk, because as a entrepreneur, you must go through financial stage of that. So how do you handle that risk?
I would say normally I'm just a go-getter. I'm not someone that like relaxing. I like doing things. When I start something, I like to finish it. Then I'll go to the next level. Like, I just don't want to be bored doing the same thing all over again. So it inspires me to do so many other things. And when I try a business and I learn from it, and I'll know, okay, if this is really, because my passion it didn't come directly to me like so many other people. I had to like go through so many other ways for me to learn, okay, this is really what I'm really passionate about. So.
Wow. Okay. So you have your way of doing your things. Even if there is any risk, you have a way of, getting through it, getting over it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Definitely.
I love that. It's not everything. Any business you do, you must take a risk. That is certain. But how to
you will definitely learn from it.
Exactly.
You will learn from the risk that you take.
You see, that is it. That's just it. Now let's go to food itself. Your business now. We're now on what you do now, and that's what people have been waiting for. I'm also so excited to get into this question as soon as possible so that I can learn from you. Now, what are your recipes? What type of food do you make? And where do you get your food items? I mean, the ingredients such as vegetables, grain, which is rice, and things, beef, fish, and other things. Where did you get them? And what do you make? What type of recipe do you make?
My recipes are basically a fusion of Nigerian and intercontinental dishes. So it's a balanced food. It's not one carb is higher than one. I do basically general diets. So the 6 classes of food are involved in my dishes, so that it will create a balance, because that's really where people make a lot of mistakes. They make one higher than the other, so it will endanger their health a lot. So I make fusion of I do Mexican, Chinese, Nigerian, so I balance it all together. So that's basically my food. That's basically the kind of food I make. Okay.
And where did you get your ingredients, your items?
Yeah. I get some locally.
Okay.
I get some ingredients locally, like farms. I have farms that are getting it fresh, because I like using fresh food for most of my dishes. But because I'm based in Ibadan, in Nigeria, so we don't have oceans around us, like a sea around us, like Lagos. So my seafood, the my seafood, most of it basically are from Lagos. So I have someone that bring them fresh in, they're in a cooler, so it's still fresh, in a cooling box. So it's still fresh to get to me. Then I store them and use them for my customers as well. So I have farmers as well, markets.
Wow. Wow. Now, I saw some of your food, which I'm going to bring up shortly. But before we do that, can you tell us the importance of this healthy food? Why is it so important to eat healthy? Tell us about the benefits of eating healthy. What do we get from those healthy food you serve us, you sell to us? If I come to you now, oh, Miss, yes, right, I want vegetables. And I'm asking you, Miss, I'm just eating vegetables. I don't know what it does to my body. Can you tell me before I buy? What am I going to get from vegetables? So all the food that you serve, what are the benefits? What are we getting from it that will benefit? I mean, that will do our body, good.
Because seafood is healthy food, basically, it's one of the best food on the continent. Mm-hmm. So it's really essential. It might be costly at times, but it really helps. It's better for you to spend your money on those kind of food and be healthy than for you to now use lesser products, then lesser food, then you now feel sick and all that. Seafood do not do that to you. Seafood helps so it's good for elderly people and young people. So elderly people, it helps with arthritis. Arthritis, it causes pain in the body, like all this pain, joint pains for people. Mm-hmm. Seafood helps with that. It has omega-3. Seafood has a lot of omega-3. It has like tuna fish. Tuna fish has vitamin D. So that vitamin D it helps a lot for bones and other things. So all those things. Seafood also helps the heart. It helps with heart diseases as well.
People, my viewers, Miss Yesirat has this business online. She can deliver to your home, to your doorstep.
Yes,
you can go on our social media and place order. If you live in Ibadan, I'm not sure. Do you serve people outside Ibadan?
Yes, I do. But not all the time. But most times.
So if I'm in Lagos and I want you to deliver, let's say okra soup to my house in Lagos, will you do that? Or
I can do that.
Wow. Okay. I'm so lucky to have.
I have an event in Lagos. I have an event in Lagos that I'm going to next month, like early. They already booked me down, so I'm already going there. Okay. The bridal shower, and I'm hosting that too.
So you do catering by supplying food to party, any party, wedding, baby christening, brother and baby showers, and so on.
Yes.
I don't have problems.
Even corporate events as well.
Wow. That's so interesting. I love that. Thank you so much, Ms. Yesirat, for
thank you for having
us all this information. Now, I have more questions, maybe 2 or 3 questions. You've told us the importance of what we are eating, what we get from it, the nutrients we get from it. You've also told us the recipe, what you make, you sell to people, you serve people. You've told us all that. Now, who are your clients? I think you've already told us that. You've told us the party people and individual. We've learned that as well. Now, this is the last question I want to ask you, and I want you to be sincere in saying this.
Okay.
Right? We have different dishes. We have solid food, which you call swallow.
Yes.
We also have rice and all this that I show. Why did you choose to specialize on intercontinental and local dishes like the one you choose? Why not just specialize on eba, pando yam and those swallow? Why do you choose to specialize on this? On healthy food,
Because the benefits are so much. I can't say it all. It's something that will help your body. There's no harm. It causes no harm. When you want to do weight loss, they will ask you to eat seafood. If you do weight loss and programs, they'll ask you to eat seafood because it doesn't have anything that will hold down. It has natural fats that are good for your body, because some fats are saturated fats that are not good for our body. So people are not so educated about that as well. So, and I know that so many carbs, the carbs, food that has carbs has so many sugar. Then we also eat sugar from every other food. So too much of it in our system is not good. So, but when you balance it with every other food, those fusion, those countries, all those vegetables, all these salads, all these seafood, it will help balance the food you are eating. And it's so delicious to eat. It's not only delicious, the nutrients it gives your body, you will not even run the risk of having to go to the hospital to treat yourself, to do all those things. So that really made me like, I have to do this. I have to really be on the seafood. So most of my food, 90% of my food is basically seafood. I don't sell just regular meat, everything that people do. So, and it's make me stand out in my own market as well.
Of course it will. Of course it will make you stand out, because it's very healthy when it comes
to beneficial.
Yes, you get all you need in seafood. And if you can combine it, you know what to combine with the seafood. Let me tell you, seafood will not give you everything, such as carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, fat. It's not going to give you all the 6 components of nutrients. But you get most of these nutrients from seafood, especially fish. That is sure. Fish will give you fatty acid, which is omega-3, that we all know that our body needs. That's the excess fats our body needs, and other things. But you must know how to combine your meal, your diet. If you want to eat rice, that's carbohydrate. You must know how to combine it. You must know what to have to eat to give you your balanced diet. You can't just put seafood on the table and be eating. And that's why you see our guests making it balanced by putting rice, vegetables, fish, and this and that. It make it balanced. So reach out to our guests. You can't miss it. You are not going to waste your money. You will rather pay for the best. You see, I tell people, it is not about quantity of food you eat every day.
Yes, so
it's about the quality. You may have little things on your plate, and trust me, that is what your body needs to fight all these diseases, all these bacteria, all these radicals in your body system. Trust me, it's not about having a lot of fish, a lot of meat, a lot of things on your plate. No, put quality, healthy food on your plate and make sure they are balanced. Miss Yesirat, the last question for you is this. I want you to give your advice to people, because we really want to hear from you as culinary artists. You know, I want you to tell the whole world, our viewers, your view on eating well. We want you to advise our people on eating behavior. Tell them how important it is to make sure that they have this thing going on in their life. It should change, crowd out, crowd in. That's what I mean. Your advice in just 30 seconds.
Basically, Nigerian mentality of eating, of being a rich person, is eating so much food, eating so much meat and fish and all together. It's not beneficial. Eat everything in the right quantity and the right amount. Do a lot of research. Invest in your health. Invest in your body. It will really help you, and it will really save you from going through pains of treatments, going through the hassles, the mental stress, and all that. Nigeria people should just invest in their health, basically, and you really reap the benefits.
That's right. Thank you so much, Miss Yesirat. I want to give you a clap, a round of applause for my guest today. I'm so happy to have you. It was a pleasure having you on the show today.
A pleasure is all mine.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
God bless you. And viewers, we're going to take a break right now. And after the break, it's our nutrition, and you are what you eat. We will be right back shortly.
Unhealthy eating habits have contributed to a lot of health problems epidemic today. Health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, arthritis, cancer, health disease, and so on. The good news is, if you can control what goes into your mouth and your body, you will live your best. For what you put into your mouth determines how well or sick you live. You and I know that poor diet is associated with major health risks that causes illness and even death. So, by making smart food choices today can help you protect yourself from all these health problems. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Miss Betty Olainka Folani Akinlosotu, aka Bufa, wants to see you living your best without any health issues. She made this known in her program showing every Sunday on Healthy Living with Bufa TV. She tells us how our food choice affects our health and how we feel today, tomorrow, and in the future. If you are opting for optimal health, from fighting free radicals to living your way into a healthy and beautiful body, here are some things you must do. Eat a nutritious, healthy, balanced diet every day. Practice your daily exercise and take your supplements, especially vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and chlorophyll to boost your immune system against free radicals that cause cancer and other diseases. Join us on this program every Sunday, 1:30 p.m. US time, 7:30 p.m. African time, and 6:30 p.m. United Kingdom time, where she educates on health and nutrition, as well as features professionals from various fields to sensitize you on wellness. See you there.
Well, welcome back. So you are what you eat. Of course, we are all what we eat. You know that it is what you eat that shows how healthy or sick you are. No doubt about it. I don't know how to say that in Yoruba. What I was trying to say was food is panacea to health. Exactly. It's like when you take a picture, the way you see it, the way you present yourself before the camera, that's what the camera is going to print out for you. So what you eat is what you are. If you eat well, you look well, you look good. If you eat the other food that we are talking about, you also look the same thing you eat. So today, we're going to be talking on how our health and our eating habits affects our health. Every day, anything we put in our body system affects us. So, in few minutes before our time is over, we want to quickly talk about things that we do that affect our health. I mean, things that we eat, basically. How this affects our body system is it makes us feel weak when unhealthy eating habits affect our energy. We feel weak because there are some food that you must eat and will make you strong, will give you energy. And inability to do this, to have this food in your diet, it makes you feel weak. It makes you feel fatigue. And this can lead to loss of energy, which can worsen many other conditions for our health. Number two is we begin to have vitamin deficiency anemia. You don't have enough vitamins. That's why you see many people going to the doctor, and when they run through, you do blood tests, they tell you that you run out of, you are deficient in vitamin. So they have to give you prescription on maybe vitamin D or vitamin D that because you have not been eating food that contain, that are very rich in vitamins, such as fruits and vegetables, meats, and those things you get your vitamin from, especially fruits. You get your vitamins from fruit. For instance, vitamin C, you get it from citrus. Understand? Then you get your vitamin D from fish as well. So things like that, if we don't have them in the diet, we're going to be deficient of that. Then number three is both our mental and physical well-being get affected. The way we're going to reason, the way we are going to be thinking, doing some things physically, they're going to be affected. If you don't eat well, you feel weak, just like I said, you won't be able to do your daily activities. Sometimes if I don't eat on time, because I'm not a food person, I don't eat much. But when I eat good, trust me. But if I'm not be able to eat on time, I start feeling weak. I feel like the whole world is collapsing. And I won't be able to talk. You know, it happens to everybody. So this, we must avoid that. And my friend always tell me, anytime we talk every day, and he's going to tell me, Betty, go and eat. Have you eaten? I'm like, this this guy is my father. He always asks me, because he knows that I'm not a gluten. I don't eat that much. But trust me, I feel it when I don't eat on time, or I don't eat at all. So we want to avoid this. We don't want this habit to affect our mental and physical. And this is very important thing that we must pay attention to. We need our mental health. We also need our physical health. It's very important. What you eat affects your immune system as well. It affects your bones health. It affects your athletic performance, and among other functions. And this is the reason why we must work on our eating habit in order not to affect our health. This eating habit is a source of micronutrient, MA, because people get it mixed up. Macro and micro, they all start with M, MA and MI. Macro are the food that contain more than one nutrient, such as protein, carb. All these food are the food you get from macro. And what do they do for our body? It provides all the nutrients your body requires. So it is important we eat varieties of healthy food to make sure your diet is nutritionally balanced and providing all the nutrients your body needs to function. Like I mentioned, you get your carbohydrates, you get your protein and fat under this macronutrient. Another thing you're going to get from macronutrient is your calorie. It provides energy to our body in the form of calories. So if you need calories in your body, as in energy, you must go for macronutrient. That's why you need carbohydrate, healthy carbohydrate, not just carbohydrate, healthy one, such as brown rice, white rice, wheat bread, oatmeal, cereal. All these give you healthy carbohydrate. Along with macronutrients, our body also requires micronutrients. And these are vitamins and minerals, which gives vitamin A, B, C, D, E, and K. That's your vitamin your body needs. I'm going to say it again. A, B, C, D, E, and K. If you can have this in your brain to think like that, you are good to go. Trust me. You also need minerals such as iron, calcium, zinc, copper, iodine. You see, let me tell you something about iodine. Anywhere you see salt, they wrote iodine. You can go for that. But to make it more healthier, go for sea salt, iodine salt. Sea salt, that's what I eat. You get your iodine from that salt. And of course, magnesium is one of the minerals your body needs. This type of nutrients, vitamins and minerals, play a vital, very big role in growth, metabolism. It also affects our enzyme function in cells and keep our body functioning properly. Can you now see the reason why you must have your food balance every day? It's not once a week, it is every day. You must have your food balance. And also, You also want to add your exercise. It's very important because when you eat, you must make sure you digest. If you eat and you sleep, come back to life, eat, sleep, you know what you're getting with that, right? Now, how do we crowd out from unhealthy eating behavior? We use crowd out in a nutritional world, meaning that how do you get out? How do you quit this unhealthy eating habit? This is simple. And these simple changes in our daily eating behavior can result in healthier eating over time. Number one is you want to stop skipping breakfast. Stop skipping breakfast. Stop eating junk. Some people go to restaurants, they eat from restaurants, they don't cook at home. You just have to stop this. You also want to eat more slowly and avoid large serving sizes of food. It is not about the quantity, like I said, it's about quality. Let's remember that. Another one we want to do, which is the last one, we want to practice healthy eating habits by including recording our eating habits throughout the day and shopping with nutrition in mind. By doing what? By reading the labels and focusing on the fresh versus processed food. These are the things you need to do. You want to buy something, read the labels, read the nutrition facts, and see whether it's good for you, especially if you have one or two conditions, one health conditions, you want to read the label. You don't just want to buy and start eating. No, you don't want to do that. So the bottom line is just don't forget this. It's very important. Negative eating habits, behavior you are right now on eating habit can ruin our body. We all know that. A few extra pounds are not the biggest problem that you can get from a poor diet. In fact, you might not be obese and still be at risk of developing some dangerous disorders such as weakened immunity, digestive disorders, and depression. So let us practice healthy eating behavior all the time. That's what we need. And if you can do this, you are more richer than the richest. I tell you that. That's why they said health is wealth. It's because you eat healthy. That is why you look healthy. Before I let you go today, first of all, I want to thank all of us, all of you viewers that join us today, especially those that are joining us for the first time on this program. I want to say a big thanks to you for coming on. And I also want to urge you to please share this program. Lots of people are waiting to hear this news, this information. They need them. Please let us share it. Every time you come on the program, or if you are not able to join us, you're missing it one way or the other, please go back to our YouTube channels and watch our video and also share with others. Bless them. Anything could be a blessing to anyone. I want to leave you with this. Eat well, feel well, and look great. Tomorrow is not promising because no one has a monopoly of life. Death can come anytime. What you eat is what you are. I wish you all safe and good health. I'm still your host, Betsy Olayinka Folarin Akinosotu, advocating on health and wellness. I'll see you next week by God's grace.